My name is Michael Roy Turney, and now Sarah and I have had a couple of videos in reference to. First, it was about lie detector tests. Now it's about me making odd statements, as she says. Trying to make sure you people don't understand that in 2001, for at least 4 years, I got no help from anybody, and in spite of begging, pleading, threatening, doing everything I could to try and get someone to help me, which includes the three entities that I'm probably going to try and put together a video that may get the feds involved, but why should they? I mean, they've already got away with 13 years imprisonment of me, a known whistleblower, punished me, and threw it in my face that our judicial system is totally political now, and they can weaponize the DOJ and throw anybody in jail. So regardless, Sarah's backpedaling now on the lie detector test, calling it, garbage science or whatever she's saying about it. Because she never really was. It was all about just criticizing me and bad mouthing me, which she's been doing long before Alyssa ran away. But I know she's probably having a great deal of problems, financially and otherwise, careers, since TikTok was whole world was shaken apart whenever they shut her down briefly. And her cash cow again is the tragedy of the Turney Bunch. So the Turney Bunch and our videos between myself and Sarah, and I love her very dearly, and I certainly don't want to see any harm come to her whatsoever, career or otherwise. However, she's rode this cash cow as far as it should goes, and now it's time for her to come forth and admit to the point that there never was any evidence that I abused Alyssa in any way, and she's there. She saw this. She knew this. So this sudden change of heart and this drama, a million people listening, and the biggest test I just did to see if people in her group is that really concerned with wanting to know the facts. I put a video on TikTok, not one comment, not one response, which shows all the censoring and the limiting of whatever I have to try and respond to these TikTok and NBC and ABC allegations and suggestions and what have you, that I did something to my daughter and got away with it. That's just simply not true. Court of law is a lot different than the witch hunts, sheep people running around seeking entertainment through soap operas, which is all Family Secrets is for NBC. Even 2020 is so bad that I don't even recognize ABC like it used to be back in Mike Wallace's days. Even then, it's just entertainment, and most of it's soap operas and witch hunts and trash and garbage, just like we're being told on national news and these millionaire alleged news reporters are multimillionaires. So, regardless, in reference to Sarah's thing about the backpedaling, odd things are being said, folks, I was so damn mad all the time while trying to search for Alyssa and getting actually a resistance from the Phoenix PD, resistance from the FBI, resistance from the National Center for Missing Exploited Children. That, yeah, I want everybody to take a lie detector test. They're all damn lying. I know they are. And there sure as hell wasn't no plastic pipe bombs. So all of this stuff to create and defame me, discredit me, all this stuff just seems like a little bit, I don't know, I still find it hard to believe weaponizing the Department of Justice could get down as low as someone like me. I'm nobody. I mean, Alyssa was like many other runaways, and all of a sudden this becomes national news. And that wasn't enough, so we have to make it a federal crime with plastic pipe bombs. Something that they could handle that wouldn't be dangerous for them to handle. Something that's going to do minimal amount of damage, but it will make a maximum amount of ABC, NBC primetime crime show. But I know Sarah's looking for ratings. Sarah's trying to get into this, and Sarah's also looking, folks, to see if she can use her once powerful audience that she had with TikTok of 1 million people to get the feds involved and see if they'll prosecute me or use the power of the government to throw me back in a dungeon. They already got 9 years, folks. I'm close to death as it is. They might be a little surprised I'm still alive. But, whenever I reveal, and I have mentioned this many, many times about the task force, And I want to show once again a piece of evidence that I put on there about a year and a half ago, trying to show people what the original search warrant was looking for and who was involved in the materials that I had that they wanted. This has a lot more to do with them wanting my 45 years of records of how corrupt Arizona is, especially Maricopa County, which again embarrasses politicians. Even my current Congressman, Andy Biggs, doesn't want to even talk to me because, he, again, doesn't want to admit that he actually is sitting in D.C., the cesspool of the world, and taking the bribes and the campaign finance money. Well, he sits in the state that's one of the most corrupt in the country, that involves making a lot of money off the deaths of drugs, selling of children from America, human trafficking, and all that stuff, and he doesn't do anything about it. He just writes bills. That's great. That doesn't stop it, So we'll all have to wait and see how everything turns out. But again, with Sarah's situation, I may put this other one out because if she's looking for the feds, maybe this will give me ammunition. Because I just want it to end. And the most important thing, I want to know what happened to my daughter, Alyssa Marie Turney. Doesn't seem to be the interest of Sarah, because if Alyssa is found, dead or alive, folks, and I don't believe she's dead because those two cops are liars, folks. They lied all the way through for the search warrant for the to the grand jury. So who in the hell would want to believe them in their affidavit stating they couldn't find Alyssa any activity on her name or Social Security? It'd be pretty damn stupid to keep buying that that horse that don't, or dog that don't bark or don't hunt, whatever you want to call it. It's just, it doesn't fly with what really happened in the courtroom, because nobody wants to watch it. They like the soap opera trash. So I wish you'd be more Americans and want to know how far and how long or low does this Department of Justice hit list go? It does happen. I know I'm on it, and I've been on it for quite a while. This time they decided to take action. With the grace of God, it happened after all my children were raised, but now it destroyed my family, and I have my loving daughter, Sarah, who is taking advantage of the situation. And we've never been that close, folks, because she wouldn't let me, and any more than she'd let Alyssa be her mother. So that's just Sarah. That's Sarah's nature. And one way, a lot like me, but I'm proud of the things she does for the good of the people. But I'm really, really disappointed that she continues to use the tragedy of this family and her sister, Alyssa Marie Turney, which we could use a lot more benefit if we pressured the politicians to give us an answer, use their power to find out what happened to Alyssa and a lot of American females like her in reference to living in a state, Arizona, which is known as the corridor for human trafficking, sex slave trade. Why the Department of Justice hasn't done anything, because this has been an issue well known since, at least I know for a fact, 1977. And before that, when Don Bowles exposed what Arizona really is, and he got killed for it. So, and they also impeached the first governor in the history of this country, Ev Meekum, in order to shut him up about what he was going to do to restrict that stuff on the border. Good luck to you. I don't know where this is going to go with Sarah, but I do know that I would like to know what they're going to do about the Department of Justice being used at even levels like mine against whistleblowers.